You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Forgiveness is for yourself. Now, I've been thinking about that forgiveness thing, and I know it's cliche to say, hey, even say forgiveness is for yourself, but it really is, because because you know what it is? People will hold a grudge or anger at somebody for something they did. And they'll say, I'll never forgive them. And they'll take it to their grave. But really, when you holding in all that anger, resentment, whatever, it's not really hurting the other person. In fact, the other person probably lived their life, don't even realize you did something to them. Seriously, they probably going on. They probably have no idea. That's probably everybody got somebody walking around disliking them, hating them or something for something they did real or imagined. And they just oblivious to it, while the other person say, man, I just dislike that person. This person did this, and you get obsessed with them and everything. This is why forgiveness is for yourself. A lot of people hold on to it, and on a deep level, they think they hurt another person. It's like that kid who decides, they having a temper tantrum and they think they're going to get their parents to do something. They say, well, I'm going to hold my breath, or I'm going to do this and that. I'm like, you're only hurting yourself. Holding on to all that anger and resentment and whatever is like you drinking poison and then expecting the other person to die. I want y'all to think about that for a second. You the one getting hurt. They don't care. And I'm going to tell you what, one of the biggest lessons I learned in life, in fact, I would even say, I ain't going to get too deep into it, but it was me exercising forgiveness that actually put me on a very successful path. Like literally everything I touched turned to gold. Like literally. Like just a simple act of forgiveness. Because what it wasn't so much exonerating the other person. It was never that. I mean, the other person probably did some egregious stuff. I say real or imaginarily, but there are times when somebody does some egregious stuff, some terrible stuff. But the thing is, by me forgiving the person or you forgiving the person, you let it go within yourself. What you doing is letting go the anger and resentment in yourself. Now, that don't mean be buddy-buddy with them and hang out. That ain't forgiveness. Because, like I said, it could have been something egregious. But you just saying, you know what, they did what they did, I'm moving on. That's all that mean. It don't mean, like I said, don't be buddy-buddy or anything. Like some people say, oh, you should forgive me and be buddy. No. It's like if you forgive somebody, if it warrants it, you just let them go and live their life. What you doing is letting it go inside your mind. You not waking up thinking, oh, that hateful person or what they doing, or you stalking them on social media and all of that. Nah. What you doing is you letting it go. You unburdening yourself. You don't have the anger. Then it ain't hurting you, because when you carrying around all that stuff, that affects you in other ways. That's affecting your body systems. That's affecting your brain. That's affecting your heart. Your blood pressure. Shoot. You getting upset. Shoot. You mad them. This people probably mad at somebody. They probably had like heart attacks and everything. Heart attacks, strokes over somebody else did. But if they had forgiven that person, it'd have been a different thing. So forgiveness is really just letting it go. Just let it go. Like I said, it doesn't really exonerate the other person. But see, here's the thing. The other person got to deal with their own demons. You let that go. As some old school Christians would say, let go and let God. Let God deal with it. And trust me, it'll happen. But see, really, once you unburden yourself, once you have that freedom, then you can go forward. Because a lot of people stuck. A lot of people are stuck by something somebody else did, and that other person, the other person who did it, shit, they'll die. They be dead and buried. You still stuck. You still stuck. You still angry. And it's just like, no. You just say, look, just let them go. You don't forget, though. You know, you don't forget, but you just don't put it in the front of your mind. You just go on and do your thing and just say, all right, you know what, it's all right. Because what you're going to find is you're going to have more pleasure in your life. Because the thing is, when you're carrying that around, that's stressing you out. And really, I would make the argument that stress causes more disease or dis-ease than anything else. Most people around here stressed. That's why, like, the best healing is just some type of relaxation. But that warrants a completely different podcast. But you want to let it go. You want to unburden yourself. And then you just like, hey. And in fact, on a cold-blooded tip, that can even bother the other person. That can even bother the other person, because then they're like, why are you so happy? Because you do get some people, like, they'll do stuff and they feel like it, but then once you forgive yourself, you put yourself beyond the power of that other person to affect you if they're being malicious. In fact, I've seen some people, they get messed up. They say, man, that person, you know, because sometimes people do stuff just so they can mess with somebody else. If you just look at that person like, you can't mess with me. They like, oh, wow. Boom. And that's the real way you got to deal with it. So anyway, always remember that forgiveness is for yourself. When you say to a person, or even thinking, you don't even have to tell the person. When you think to yourself, you know what, I forgive them. What you really saying is, I'm unburdening myself of the pain that you caused. And that's it. It's healing. And then you go for it, and then you can like really thrive in life. So I want y'all to take all of that into consideration. All right. So y'all have a very good Sunday morning. Very good Sunday. And I want y'all to keep rising and transforming. Peace.